Say yes to new beginnings.
Yes.
Say yes to new standards of excellence.
Yes.
Say yes to engaging reportage with a difference.
Yes.
Introducing Yes International Magazine.
Now, talking about starting out or starting off with an OND, you ended up getting admission to study at the University of Lagos. From there, you also later went on to do your master's program. How were you able to juggle all those things with the job back then?
Yeah. Like I always say, Tunji Bello happened to be the person God used to change my story. When by 1994, when June 12 crisis started, Concord was shut down. Our lives were disrupted. Now, when Concord reopened, that was when I secured admission to Unilag. Now, it's also against complete policy that you can't be schooling and be working. So Tunji Bello protected me. So he allowed me to be schooling and working full time. It was very good, but he just took me like his younger brother. As a matter of fact, at some point, some of my immediate bosses, my immediate supervisor in Sunday Concord, by then he had become editor of Sunday Concord, they came around and said, hey, look, Louis, he doesn't come to work early. And from what we heard, he's working against complete policy. He's schooling at Unilag also. People say, really? When he comes, tell him to come. So one of those days, he called me and said, look, this is what they are saying, but I had to pretend as if I don't know. But just continue with your study. As far as I'm here, you keep your job. So he was able to protect me for 4 years. I schooled at Unilag. And he didn't just protect me, he gave me all the support. Things were difficult in Concord. He was offering me financial support. When I needed to get accommodation, he paid for that. So the life I started living at that age, I became a man overnight. I learned the meaning of responsibility. Boys of our age then, when you are in your early 20s, it was the age of chasing women. You want to go to party. I didn't have that luxury. You can imagine if I had to leave home, the apartment I rented, I would leave home early hours Monday, go to Unilag. Any course I was doing, any course that was beyond 2 p.m., I never attended. So I would normally close by 2 p.m. and try and find my way to Concord. Usually I would resume about 4 5 p.m. Then we'll walk till about 9:30. Tunji Bello would take me, he would drop me off at Ojuelegba. From Ojuelegba, I would take the bus to Yaba. From Yaba, I will now take the last bus to campus. I'll get to Unilag. I'll stop at New Hall bus stop. This will be about 10:30 p.m. I did that for 4 years. So that toughened me, working full time and all that. So that made me become a man overnight. When you move with other people, it rubs off. That was how I was able to work full time and also school full time. So that if I tell people I graduated this year, and I also work, as a matter of fact, when my call-up letter came, to NYSC, incidentally, the town we did our orientation was Ikare, where I was. So for that reason, I had to attend the orientation at the NYSC. When I got there, by then I'd become deputy editor of Sunday Concord. So when I got to the orientation camp, I went with my official car, one Salon Jalopy. So when I got there, I had my call card. I had my complimentary. So I gave the soldier at the entrance. They wouldn't allow me driving. I gave the soldier my complimentary card. So now I went to give the commandant, the head of the service, major. So as soon as they saw the call card, deputy editor, Sunday Concord, he said they should come. He thought editor was coming to do story. So when I now got there, I now brought down my NYC. You make like cop, I say yes.
What would you say makes a good journalist?
Well, fundamentally, you have to have a passion. You have to have a passion for a cause, for just to be a successful journalist. I always tell people, if if your motivation is quick money, you want to make money, you won't succeed in journalism. Once you are fired by that passion for justice, that's what drives you, that's what motivates you, that's what gives you joy, not monetary thing. And the more you get public, the more you get known. So once you get known, the other things.
Okay.
So you have to you have to have a passion for the job, and when you get when you start publishing and you get very famous, then other privileges will come. So you are likely to then get in contact with people who can assist you, who can help you in a way that you can put monetary value.
Now we have some journalists, who can string words together. They don't write well. Any journalist who wants to write well, what must the person do?
Fundamentally, you have to read very well.
Okay.
In journalism, the first principle is reading, because for you to inform people, you have to be more informed than the person who is reading it. So if you don't read, you can't be a journalist. Like I said, I didn't go to any formal journalism school when I started. I learned on the job. And I also give credit to my dad. When we're growing up, my dad usually bought newspaper. He would normally buy Concord and Sketch. I also bought Times magazine then. So as a matter of habit, we'll read cover to cover. When you develop that passion at that age, reading become part of you. You have to read every day. You have to learn something new every day. So if you write a script now, your editor corrects it. If you want to learn, improve, like us, you read the correction your editors made, so that when you are writing next time, you don't make the same error. You understand? If for me now, okay, when I started on that, of course I was a raw talent. I could write effortlessly. I was only good copy, but there are technical skills about writing news, about writing analysis. So when I also read them to know the nuances. So when you read wide, you read well, and you read deeply, there's no way you won't learn. And I tell you, one of the benefits of working with Tunji Bello then was that it created an environment whereby there was a peer review, meaning that when he wrote article, it will pass it to everybody, including me. Can imagine? It will say read. So when you read his own raw script, you learn things from him, and it was very humble. Even as little as I was, if I made any correction, he would reflect it in his writing. The same with Sam Omache. I'm talking of the same celebrities. We started together. So it's impossible to have worked under these superstars and not learn something. I also work with Victor Ifije, who is the MD editor-in-chief of The Nation now. I also work with him. And of course, Victor is a damn newspaper man. When I say damn newspaper man, I think as of today, I already entered Guinness Book of Record as the longest-serving MD, editor-in-chief of a national newspaper. And that's a measure of his talent. That's a measure of his stuff. So as a journalist, you must be open to learning every day. Your mind must be open to correction. You must read when your script gets worked on. Important that you read what has been corrected, so that next time you don't make that error. We keep learning. We keep learning every day. We keep learning every day.